Okay, this time I'm gonna switch up teams. Let's go with the stall this time. My rain stall team. As this team looks like it's a really good team against this metagame. So let's test it out. Okay, I'm up against will.i.am. His team is Donphan, Registeel, Hydreigon, Slowbro, Toxicroak, and Gengar. Okay, and the variation is plus 25 minus 7. So that tells me he's probably a really good battler, even though he's using very strange Pokemon. So let's see how well he does against my Rain Stall team. I'm gonna lead off with Politoed, bring in the Rain instantly, but if I do that, he could go to his Toxicroak to take it, but I also have a Skarmory, so that's not a problem. I'm gonna lead off with my Politoed. He leads off with his Hydreigon. I'm just gonna scout it. If it's a Choice Scarf Hydreigon. Alright, he goes to his Toxicroak as expected. So I'm gonna go to my Skarmory, which does the best against Toxicroak. And I'm not gonna allow him to Focus Punch me again after I Roost, so I'm gonna use Brave Bird. Alright, since I'm in the rain, Fire Blast is not gonna do much. I'm gonna go to Jirachi, which is especially defensive. That's why I took Dark Pulse quite well, 37% only. I'm gonna Wish up right now. It could be a Choice Spect Hydreigon, as 39% is still a lot of damage. I'm gonna Protect. Wish again. And this time I'm gonna use Thunder. I did not get the 60% chance paralysis that I was hoping to get. Okay, I'm gonna use Wish again. This time he switches to Donphan. Okay, I'm gonna recover my Skarmory because Skarmory is gonna be important. Uses Earthquake. Okay, not a problem. I'm gonna go to my Celebi. Set up my Stealth Rock. Not sure why he used Rapid Spin. I did not set up a Stealth Rock yet. And this is probably gonna force him to switch out. He switches to Registeel. Okay. I wonder what set he has for his Registeel. His Registeel could be his Stealth Rock supporter since he did not go for Stealth Rock with Donphan. But it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to my Politoed just to scout his Registeel. Yeah, he does go for Stealth Rock, so his Registeel is his Stealth Rock supporter. I'm gonna go for Scald for the burn, but he goes to his Toxicroak. Okay, no matter. I'm gonna go to my let's see, he's probably gonna Focus Punch this time. So I'm gonna use Ice Beam. Let's see. Yep, he does go for Focus Punch and loses his focus. So I'm gonna switch to Skarmory this time. And he still goes for Focus Punch. It doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna use Brave Bird. He's probably gonna Rapid Spin, gonna use this opportunity to Roost. No, he goes for Earthquake. I'm gonna use Roost again, predicting that he might overpredict. He does, he goes for Rapid Spin. And I'm gonna set up a Spikes, force him to Rapid Spin as I recover with leftovers. And he switches out to his Hydreigon. Okay. This time I'm gonna go back to my Jirachi. Uses Focus Blast, doesn't matter. Wouldn't have done too much, it's not Stab. So I'm gonna use, let's see. He's probably gonna go back to his Donphan to spin. So I'm gonna go to my Celebi. Yep. And now force him to switch out again. Use Giga Drain. He goes to his Registeel, and I'm going to set up my Stealth Rock. Registeel is not going to do much against Celebi. Uses Seismic Toss, not going to do anything. And this time I'm going to go to my Tentacruel to spin away his Hazard or Scald to burn. I'm going to use Rapid Spin. He might go to Gengar to avoid it. So let's see. Nope, he goes to Toxicroak. Okay. I'm going to use Protect to scout his Toxicroak. Use a Substitute. Okay, so that tells me it's a sub-Toxicroak with Focus Punch. In that case, my Celebi will be able to take Focus Punch pretty well. It's bulky. And I do have Psychic. So I'm going to use Recover here. He doesn't have Sword Stance because he has a Focus Blast moveset. Focus Punch with Substitute moveset. I'm going to use Psychic here. Uses Ice Punch this time. And is faster. Did 40%. I'm at 42%. Hoping I survive, but I don't want to take the risk. I'm going to switch to Skarmory to take the Ice Punch. And this time I'm going to use Brave Bird. He's probably going to go to his Donphan to take it, so he can Rapid Spin. He's substituting here just to scout my Skarmory. It's not going to do much. I'm going to Brave Bird. Okay. Let's see, is he going to keep substituting? He keeps substituting. Doesn't matter. I'm going to Whirlwind this time. He doesn't want to risk losing his Toxicroak, so he's going to switch out. He does switch out, and I Whirlwind his Donphan into a Slowbro. I'm going to use this opportunity to send in my Celebi again. Get some recovery from leftovers as he switches out. I was hoping he'd switch to Donphan, but no, he goes to Hydreigon. Doesn't matter, I have Jirachi to Wallet. Dark Pulse does 39%. So it's most likely a Choice Spect Hydreigon. Gonna use Protect, gain some residual recovery, Wish up, and Protect again. He goes to his Donphan. I don't want to play risky. I'm just gonna switch out, go to my Celebi, and recover again to full health. And now I'll switch back to Jirachi. Dark Pulse, only 38%. Wish, he's probably going to switch this time, yup. And Protect. Get back to full health. Go to Celebi. Set up my Stealth Rock. Force him to switch. Go to Tentacruel. If he goes for his Stealth Rock, spin it away. Force him to send in his Gengar. If he does. Nope. So I'm going to use Scald. He goes to his Toxicroak. Fine by me. Celebi. Psychic. He goes to his Hydreigon. Every time he switches, he's going to take damage from Stealth Rock. Go back to Jirachi. So, as you can see, this Rainstall team that I'm using is really good. It's an updated form, and I haven't really changed it much, but it still does really well, magnificently well in this metagame. He switches to Donphan. Does not matter. Go to Celebi. Use Giga Drain as he switches to his Hydreigon. He's probably going to use Dark Pulse here. I'm not going to take any chances. Gonna go to my Politoed, which I don't need. And I'm going to use Protect. I'm at 53%. Don't want to take any chances of dying from another Dark Pulse. He's probably going to stay in because he's only at 6% health. Nope, he switches out. Okay, that's fine. In that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my Tentacruel. Now I'm going to go to my Celebi. Not sure why I did that. I was overthinking there. Not a good idea. And I'm going to use Giga Drain just to gain some recovery. Let's see what he does. I'm expecting him of switching to Hydreigon, but he doesn't. Okay, Giga Drain does not break the sub, as it's not effective. He's probably going to use Ice Punch here. I'm just going to get some recovery. Ice Punch is not going to do that much, 39%. And just going to break the substitute with Psychic. Oh, he got a critical hit. Lucky for him, it did a lot of damage as well, 93%, and that's gonna be pretty big. And he's probably gonna want to finish me off with Ice Punch. In that case, I'm gonna switch out to Gastrodon to Earth Power. So it did take him a while to think, and he goes to his he uses Ice Punch on my Gastrodon. Okay, I'm gonna Earth Power, but he's probably gonna switch out to something like Hydreigon, or Gengar possibly. I don't want to take any risks at this point. And use Earth Power. Seems like he lost connection and is back. Uses Substitute, probably to Scout. This time I'm going to use Ice Beam and Earth Power this time. So the reason I use Ice Beam is to show him that I do have the move Ice Beam, and I'm not going to give him a safe switch into Hydreigon. Earth Power again. He switches to Slowbro this time. I'm afraid of Toxic, so I'm going to switch out to my Politoed. He might go for an attack knowing I have Celebi. He switches out. He goes to his Gengar. Okay, I'm gonna use if I use Scald, he might go to his own Toxicroak. I don't want to give him a free substitute either, so I'm gonna go for Scald just to see what he's gonna do. He uses Shadow Ball, Life Orb, did quite a lot of damage, 41%. Gonna use Protect, just gain some recovery there. Don't want to switch to Jirachi because Shadow Ball with Life Orb is gonna do a lot. So instead of that, I'm just gonna stay in, play safe. And he finishes off my Politoed. Didn't really need Politoed too much. Now I'm gonna use my Jirachi to Wish, get my health. Hopefully he doesn't have Pain Split, but you don't really see too many Pain Split users anymore. He sends in his Donphan. He's probably gonna go for an attack, knowing that I have Celebi. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Skarmory instead, expecting the Earthquake. As he doesn't have Stealth Rock, so he's not gonna go for Stealth Rock. He's gonna go for a move, and he goes for Earthquake. And now I'm gonna switch to my Celebi. As he uses Rapid Spin, I'm not sure why. But he has Ice Shard, so in that case, I'm gonna go back to my Gastrodon. Yep, so here we go again. And this time I'm gonna use Toxic. Uses Earthquake, does a lot of damage, 57%. Did not expect that, but I did poison it. So I'm going to go to Skarmory. Go to Tentacruel this time. Actually, I could also use Roost to scout his move. So I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to use Roost. Use his Focus Blast, okay. So I've scouted Focus Blast. Now I'm going to switch out to my Tentacruel, who takes that really well. He's probably going to go to Toxicroak. In that case, I'm going to switch out to my Jirachi. He's most likely going to switch, so I'm going to double switch. Yep, he switches to Toxicroak. And this time I'm going to use Wish, expecting a switch to like Donphan. Yep. And I'm going to recover my Skarmory. Uses Head Smash. Not going to do much. And it's probably going to switch out to like Registeel or something, I'm hoping. I'm going to go to Celebi. Uses Rapid Spin. Still not enough to take it down. It's probably going to Ice Shard. Nope, he goes to his Hydreigon. Let's see if he goes for Fire Blast this time. I'm going to use Roost. Uses Focus Blast. Misses. I'm going to Roost again. Force him to switch. He's going to expect a switch to Tentacruel. So he switches out, yeah. And let's go to Jirachi. So I just need his Donphan gone. Once I have that gone, it will make my life much easier. And since I've poisoned it, it's not going to be a threat for too long. I'm going to force him to send in his Donphan. I'm going to use Wish. He uses Surf instead. Okay. I'm going to use Iron Head, expecting a Donphan switch. Nope, he doesn't. He stays in. Okay. In that case, I'm going to go for Thunder this time. And I get a critical hit, but even without the critical hit, Thunder would have done a lot of damage, as Slowbro does not have great special defense. It doesn't have that great special defense. Okay, he sends in his Registeel. He Seismic tosses this time. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Skarmory. He's probably gonna use Stealth Rock here. Doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna use Spikes. I want to weaken his Donphan and his Toxicroak. So I'm going to use Spikes. I'm not afraid of Donphan anymore because Donphan doesn't have a way to recover anymore because it's toxic. Registeel did 23%, 100 HP damage, of course. Registeel is gonna outspeed my Gastrodon. Gastrodon is slower. In that case, I'm gonna switch out to my Tentacruel. And I'm gonna use Scald, should I? No, I'm gonna switch out to Jirachi, expecting Toxicroak here. Yep, he goes to Toxicroak. And I'll use Iron Head, expecting Donphan, but no, he goes to his Registeel. Don't want to get myself paralyzed, but I don't have too much of an option. I'm going to use Thunder to paralyze his Registeel to make it slower than my Gastrodon. Use Thunder, made it slower. I'm going to go to my Gastrodon this time. Use his Stealth Rock. So now I have enough HP to gain back recovery and not die from Seismic Toss. He uses Swagger, he misses. Okay, let's go with Earth Power. He switches to Gengar. Okay, I know it has Life Orb, so I'm going to use Recover on his Shadow Ball, which only does 34%. Gastrodon is a beast in special defense. He might want to save it and switch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Ice Beam. He does want to save it and switches to Donphan, and boom, Donphan is gone. And he goes to his Hydreigon. You know what? I'm just going to take out this Hydreigon. It's been a nuisance lately. Dark Pulse only 41%. I'm gonna go for Recover, hoping I don't get Flinch. Okay. I'm gonna use Recover again. He gets critical hit this time. Please not a flinch again. Okay, thank goodness. Oh man. Recover, please. No flinch or critical hit. Okay, Recover again. Alright. Okay, finish it off. Ice Beam. Done. Chances of flinching isn't too much, that's why I went for the constant Recover. And if I did have less HP, I would have switched out to something like to my Jirachi, which was Hydreigon, and wished back up. And Gastrodon also outspeed his Registeel, so I can switch back in Gastrodon at any moment and recover. So that's why I did not hesitate on that Recover to gain back a good amount of HP. He's probably going to use Swagger. Doesn't matter. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to Recover. Yep, he uses Swagger. Earth Power. Basically, Swagger, it's a risky move. It requires luck. The luck. So yeah, Confusion only 15%. Seismic Toss 23%. It's not gonna do much. Okay, I have the chance of snapping out of Confusion. So I'm gonna Recover. Yep, as I did snap out of Confusion. And now I'm gonna use Earth Power again. So he's gonna die a slow and painful death. Finish it off. Nope, he switches out to Gengar. Okay, I'm gonna play it safe and go to Jirachi, as he's gonna die off from a Life Orb. And he's probably gonna send in Registeel again to paralyze my Jirachi so he can send in his Toxicroak. But it's at only 12% health. Not sure if I can take KO it, but Thunder, 120 base power. I'd be surprised if Registeel lived. Nope, it doesn't live. Thunder takes it out. And his last Pokemon is Toxicroak. And I'll use Thunder. He substitute because he wants the focus punch. I'm not going to give him that. I'm just going to keep going for the Thunder. So it's just useless for him to just keep substituting. Unless if his plan is to PP stall out my Thunder, which is not going to work because I still have 8 more Thunders left. So good game. And thanks for watching. Hopefully this wasn't a long and boring stall battle, but more of a way of a video to teach you guys how to effectively stall and predict switches and gain recovery. There was a lot of prediction here. I did make a couple of unsafe plays. So yeah, hopefully this was a good video. Thanks for watching if you did. Really appreciate it.